See, most times people shrink from starting something new, from doing something, because they feel like they can't get it right the first time. Yes, it is true. You cannot get it right the first time, but that doesn't mean you should not try it. You understand? The failure is part of the process. That is how you learn. That is how you grow. You understand? You cannot grow by just sitting there and thinking about it. You cannot get better at it. You have to keep on trying. You have to try it and try it and try it again. That is how you get better at doing something. You understand? Whether it is a skill, a new skill, a business, anything, you just have to get out there and do that thing. You understand? That is how you're going to learn it. You might not get it right the first time. It is very, very okay. The failure is part of the process. You don't have to be ashamed of yourself for like doing something and not getting it properly and not doing it properly. You just have to throw yourself into that thing. Start doing it. Be bad at it. Understand? Do it terribly and keep on doing it. It is consistency that determines how good you become. You understand? So you have to do it regardless of how bad you might look doing it, how painful it might be, how shameful you might feel doing it. You're not going to be perfect. You understand? You're going to be miserable at doing it, and that's the point. You understand? Be comfortable being miserable at doing the thing that you know you should be doing. You understand? Because it is a valuable thing. You get, if you want to learn a skill, you know that skill is going to bring something meaningful to your life, then you have to learn it regardless of how painful it might feel now, because in the future you are going to be the one to reap the benefits when you've mastered that skill. You're going to reap the benefits. Now it will come natural to you. It will just be like something you were born with. But people would not see the suffering that you went through and how bad you are at it some time ago. People will not see it. It will just be like some natural skill that you were born with. But it takes a lot of practice to get to that point. You see, people often want to jump this stage of practice and learning and go to the finish line like the professional level. You understand? Every professional you see today started as a beginner. You get? So they had learning process. They went through this learning phase. They did not have that skill some time ago. They probably sucked at it. They were terrible at that skill. You understand? Whether it's content creating, whether it's sports, whether it's any kind of skill at all, they were very terrible at it at some point. But they kept on putting in the work. They kept on showing up and doing the thing. You understand? They stayed consistent. That is how they got to the level that they are today. You understand? That is how they became the professionals that you see today. So everyone started as a beginner. Everyone went through the learning phase. Everyone failed at first. But the difference between the loser and the winner is consistency, not giving up. The loser tried and gave up, and the winner tried and kept on moving. You understand? So you have to be mentally strong.